There's a very clear pattern on social media right now, and once you notice it, you can't stop seeing it. Women are in relationships, but the boyfriend is almost invisible. There is no face, no name, no tag, no official post. Instead, there are small clues. A hand on a table, a reflection in a mirror, 2 drinks clinking at dinner, a shoulder in the background, a voice off camera. At first glance, this looks like privacy. But if it were only about privacy, it would not look the same everywhere. Different countries, different platforms, different age groups, and yet the behavior is almost identical. That tells us something important. This is not random. It is intentional. This trend is often called a soft launch. Not single, not public, just implied. Enough information to confirm there is someone, but never enough to define who that person is or how serious a relationship really is. And the soft launch has become so common that even mainstream media started talking about it. British Vogue asked the question, is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? That question sounds dramatic, but it exists for a reason. Something has clearly changed in how relationships are presented online, especially by women. This is not about one app or one viral moment. It is about how online identity works today. Social media is no longer just a place to share your life. It is a place to shape perception. People don't post what happens. They post what fits. And relationships do not always fit the image people want to project. Before we go deeper, if topics like online culture, social media psychology, and influencer dynamics interest you, take a second to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and makes it easier to keep making content like this. To understand this trend properly, we need to talk about influencers first because this behavior is most visible there. Influencers don't just post content. They sell a product. That product is themselves. Their image, their lifestyle, their independence. Right now, independence is one of the strongest currencies online. Being self-made matters. Being in control matters. Being able to say, I did this myself matters. When a boyfriend appears in that story, the narrative changes. Suddenly people start asking questions. Who helped her? Who paid for what? Who supported her behind the scenes? These questions are not fair, but they happen automatically. And online, perception matters more than truth. This is one of the main reasons many women hesitate to post their partners. Not because they are ashamed, but because they understand how quickly public perception can shift. Another major reason is engagement, and this is where things get uncomfortable. Many creators have openly said that when they hard launch a relationship, their engagement drops. Likes go down, views go down, followers leave. Some influencers have said they lost hundreds or even thousands of followers after posting their boyfriend. Not because of drama, not because the relationship was unhealthy. Simply because the content stopped feeling relatable. A lot of people do not follow influencers for reality. They follow them for projection. They imagine themselves living that life. They imagine the freedom, the confidence, the independence. A visible boyfriend breaks that fantasy. If you've ever unfollowed someone after they posted relationship content, or if you felt that shift yourself, write it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how many people relate to this. At this point, if this breakdown is making sense to you, hitting like or subscribing really helps push this video to more people who are interested in these conversations. Now let's talk about branding in more detail. Influencers build very specific online worlds. A certain aesthetic, a certain tone, a certain story. Everything fits together. When a partner enters the frame, that consistency can break. The content changes, the focus shifts, the story becomes something else. And when the story changes, some followers leave. Not out of hate, but because the content no longer gives them what they came for. This pressure does not only affect influencers. Even women with private accounts say they feel the same thing. Many say they don't want their relationship to become their personality. They don't want every post to be about their partner. They don't want to be reduced to someone's girlfriend. Social media flattens people. Once an image exists, it becomes hard to escape it. Another major factor behind this trend is permanence. The internet does not forget. Relationships change, breakups happen, but posts stay online. People are becoming more aware that what they share today can exist forever. That awareness makes them more careful about sharing relationships. Posting a boyfriend means accepting that this relationship might one day exist online without context, without explanation, without control. There is also pressure that comes with going public. Once a boyfriend is visible, people expect updates. They expect milestones. They expect explanations. Silence becomes suspicious. Privacy disappears very quickly. If you're still watching right now, you're clearly interested in this topic. So again, liking the video and subscribing genuinely helps keep this channel alive and growing. Now, let's zoom out and talk about culture. For a long time, being in a relationship was seen as an achievement, a sign of success, a form of validation. That idea is fading. Today, career, independence, and self-identity matter more online than relationship status. In some spaces, having a visible boyfriend actually lowers perceived value. Not in real life, but online. Because attention is currency. Visibility is power. Many women are choosing to keep their relationships outside of that system. Not because they hate men, not because they are ashamed, but because they understand how the system works. There's also a psychological layer to this. When a relationship becomes public, it becomes open to judgment. Comments, opinions, comparisons, projections. People feel entitled to react. Keeping a partner hidden protects the relationship from becoming content. It keeps something real away from performance. Some women also talk about fear of loss. Once you show a relationship online, people associate you with it. If it ends, the absence becomes visible. Not posting a boyfriend gives control over that narrative. Now here is the important part. This trend does not mean that having a boyfriend is embarrassing. It means the rules of online visibility have changed. Relationships are no longer automatic upgrades to someone's image. In many cases, they are neutral or even negative from a branding perspective. That does not reflect real life. It reflects how social media rewards certain narratives. And those narratives currently favor independence, ambiguity, and control. So when you see a mysterious hand or a hidden face online, understand this. It is not accidental. It is not coincidence. It is a decision. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts. It helps more than you think and keeps these conversations going. Because hiding a boyfriend online is not about secrecy. It is strategy.